Greetings, curious viewers. Tool Tips with Tommy here. Just picked up my new special order Bosch Pro Factor table saw. This is the 8¼ inch GTS18V 08N. This is the bare tool, no batteries or chargers or anything. Got a good deal from my local Lowe's. This is available online, and of course I had to do the special order. So just came in today. Gonna throw it in my car, bring it home, and start cutting stuff with it. I'll do a video of it working soon. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. That's the model number, 8¼ inch core 18-volt Pro Factor. Nice. So that's all. Late. Greetings, curious viewers. Tool Tips with Tommy here, and I'm going to do an unboxing now. I showed you the saw as I was picking it up from Lowe's, and now I'm going to open it up out of the box, show you what's in the box, and then I'm going to take it in the backyard, and I'm going to cut some things. So let's see what's in the box, shall we, folks? What's in the box? Okay. So I already cut the tape, but I haven't opened it yet. So here we go. Oh God. So accessories on the top. The manual. Don't need it. I might need it. So I didn't throw it away. I just threw it to the side. So of course we got all our guards, all our safety things, the feather board thing, anti-kickback, blade guard. It's got a pretty small little miter, and then the blade, our throat plate or whatever, and then, you know, environmentally friendly styrofoam, my least favorite of all things. Oh, so the saw's upside down. Take this out. That's the little motor support. I can get it out of here. Come on, come on. And then we'll lock that down so it doesn't slide anywhere. So let's see how heavy she is. Or he. I don't know. It could be a he. It could be a she. 50 pounds or so. Got a couple of cool handles here. That's not that bad. That's everything from the box. So we'll put all our stuff back in. Scissors, yeah. Oh, it's actually much lighter than my corded saw. Naturally. Whew. Okay. I think everything should be on board. I should have a miter fence. Here's the miter. Okay, it's got some. So you have to unhook it on both sides, it looks like. Definitely have to do a little bit of research on this guy. So are we still in frame? Checking camera. Nope. How about now? Much better. Okay, so if it's like my corded saw, let's see, we'll set that up to the side for now. no battery in it. No battery, okay. So we can raise her up, and then I think similar to, yeah, so similar to my corded one. It's got to come up, and then it's got a little cam lock there. Lock it in. Got a little lock there for the, well, that's kind of cool. You turn that and then it picks it up to make it easy, and then it locks in. So that's kind of cool. We'll see how that wears though. I don't know about that. And then this should just snap on here somehow. Let's see. Someone like you. There we go. Okay. And then if this is just like the corded one, it should also snap in here. So that was there. And there we go. Just can lock up out of the way. So actually, let's, before we do that, let me see, I think I have a speed square up here. Let's do it real quick. Just a quickie. So let's see what it's gonna need. He looks pretty good. So out of the box, I don't know actually. I might, let's see. Oh, it's, let me make sure we get it here. I may have to adjust it. I may have to fine tune it here. Looks good from that side, but how come it didn't look good from this side? Oh no, okay. It's actually, it looks like it's pretty good. It's pretty much on. The riving knife, the splitter is really close. That doesn't look like it's going to bind up or anything, so that looks good. So a lot of guys take these off. They take all the guard and everything off. I'm you know, I'm not into like full speed work. I just want it to be safe. And any kickback and the riving knife or the splitter and the guard and everything, that's all. I don't mind having that stuff on there as long as it doesn't impede my cutting, as long as it's all lined up and straight, which it looks like it is. So that's all good. I'm going to leave it on there. I like to use that stuff. I like that safety the safety stuff on there, so I'm going to leave it. So really easy to get it all put together. This miter fence is totally cheap. Although I very rarely use these. I mostly use my my fence. I don't use the miter gauge a whole lot. So I'm going to figure out where this thing goes and stash it, because I probably will never use it, or maybe once or twice. If anything, I'll make a sled and I'll use the sled on here if I do that, but I'll probably do that on my corded saw. I already have a sled for my corded saw anyway. I'll probably just keep using it over there. But this one utilizes something similar to the DeWalt. So you've got the gear drive, I guess, and then the fence, the fence goes on here, and then it just creates your table as you extend it out. And it looks like it'll go to 25 inches is where it locks in. So it does seem, you know, it's portable and light, so that's what I got it for. I'm going to be downsizing, moving from this house, so I'm going from a 3-car garage to a 2-car garage. That's going to have 2 cars in it, so I'm going to have to clear out and get a little bit more portable, so my corded table saw might get gone, and this may become my daily driver table saw. So we'll see. You know, I just build furniture and mess around, so you know, if that's what I have to do with this, or if I have to do it with this, then I'll do it with this. But I will take it in the backyard, set it up, find a table for it to put it on, because it didn't come with a base or a stand, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish it came with a little scissor stand, but I figure I can make a base for it, not a problem. But that's all for now. Next video, or the next part, is going to be me cutting with it. So here, you know what I can do? Let me grab my battery. So I've had this 12 amp hour battery, this ProFactor 12 amper, and I don't use this on any of my ProFactor drills, but I knew I was going to get this table saw, so I've been holding on to this battery, and it's all charged, ready to go. And this is what I was going to use it on this, or if I was going to get the miter saw, the Axial Glide, the Surgeon. So that was maybe my next purchase, but I decided to get this instead. So yeah, I got to cut that off, unfortunately. Let's see, I think I have some scissors, which are perfect for that application, right? Scissors. Scissors. No, no, no. No, no. No. Here. I need to do this, but there we go. So here it is, fired up. First time fired up. Actually, not that bad, nice and smooth. Not too loud, but it's got the table saw sound. And then, oh, you know what? Let's start messing with this fence a little bit here. So, cut this off of here. And it does come with the push stick inside here, which is cool. There we go. So, comes with the little push stick, which I am a fan of these. I use them. And it just goes in there and holds it in there nice and tight like for safety. So I would imagine if you're going to extend it, you do it this way. So let's pretend we're going to expand it out. I'm sure this goes on here like this. Yes. Just like that. And it locks in. So let's see how flat that is. Okay, that's good. Fence, of course, is 90 degrees. So let's do a measurement here. Let's see. We're going to have it set it at 11 inches and lock it down. Tape measure. Got a cheap little tape measure here. This will do. So it's at 11. Nope, not even close. More like 16. So how does that work? Oh, okay. So the dark bottom scale is, of course, the when you extend it, the bottom scale here. So you have the silver on the top and then the black on the bottom. So the bottom scale is when you're using the fence on here, and it actually is right at 16. So right there, 16. And that's right where we're at. So It's accurate to within a 30 seconds, maybe a 64th. So looks good. Everything's out of the box. It looks good. Let's see on the back. What do we got to the back of the blade? Let's see. Maybe just do the riving knife. Yep, right at 16 there as well. So everything seems straight and true. We will take it outside and fire it up and cut some stuff. So that is all for now. I still got some things to figure out on this guy though. So it snaps in right here to give you your base as you go open it. As you expand out, that's your that gives you your rest for your material. And then when you come over, when you want to just use this regular, I think this pops out and then it goes over and locks in. And now you use it on this scale. So this should be, that's funny because that's like, that says 0. So I don't know how that, I don't know where you set this thing to get to your 0. But when it's right, when it's locked in on that, oh maybe, I see. Yeah, now it's starting to make sense. So it's got little grooves right there. Those lock into these screws. So you lock it in there, and then lock it in the back. And now when I bring it over here, I won't be able to go to 0, but we'll go to 1 inch. Actually, that's still too close. Let's go to 2 inches. So that should be 2 inches right in here. Let's get our blade, and then that should be, yes, right at 2. Okay, perfect. Now I'm starting to figure it out. So that's right. So each one of these little screws, they're locked in. They're not loose. They're locked in. Those are your pivot. Those are your lockdowns for your fence. So if you're going to use it with this scale, the silver scale, you lock it into the silver screw, and then you can just use wherever the arrow is, all the way, you know, as wide as you want, I guess. And you could even go out here and lock this in. And it's still on the silver one because I'm locked into that silver screw. So that's what it is. The silver top gauge works with the silver screw. The black gauge, or the black screws, work with the black part of the gauge. I don't know what this one is yet. I have to figure out what that one is. That's probably if you want to bring the fence over this way, which I never do that. I've seen people do it, but I never do it. I always cut everything on the right side, or I always have my finish good over here, my finish side here on the right side of the blade. But I guess for, you know, different strokes for different folks, if they want to do that, they can. But I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna do it the way I was taught and the way I learned. So that's the thing. So the silver ones do the silver gauge. The black ones do the black gauge. So, okay. And then if you're going to store it, you put it right there where it's all lined up. Lock it in. Lock it down. Boom! Solid. All right. Let's go cut some stuff. What do you say? All right, we're back. And I got it on a table. It's a little too high. I want to get it at about 36 inches. It's actually about 10 inches, 8 inches higher than I'd like it, but I kind of wanted to get this video done, so we're going to just live with it. So, yeah, I'm going to rip some lumber and see how she does. So, without further ado, let's do it. no worries. Nice and straight. No chatter or burn. I mean, I'm not the best with the table saw, but especially when the wood kind of has a bow in it, this isn't the straightest or the flattest. So the table's flat, the wood isn't. It sucks, but that's why I'm cutting it, because this basically is firewood. So let's see how close we got here. 8, and we'll call it just short of 8 3/4. Same, just short of 8 3/4. So yeah, it's right on. Cool, cool, cool. Let's do another one. Do some more. Let's take. That's right. It's right on 8, and we'll go to 8 inches. Now that we've got a couple of flat edges on here, even though it's warped and wobbly, we'll cut it down to 8 inches. So we should be at 8 inches here. Let's see. How do we go? Well, actually just a little short of 8 inches. So I gotta figure out my my scale here. Let's see, how does it look actually? Dust extraction. Definitely need to put some dust extraction on there. So it is right at 8. The blade's at 8, but the lumber is too warped. You know what we'll do? Let's try a different piece. Let's try a flat piece of wood here. I got this OSB. Does this have a... Okay, so we got a good clean edge on this side, so this is flat. We'll take this down. We'll take this down to 8 inches. So this should be 8 inches. Let's see how this does. This is a lot flatter. Yeah, that's right on 8 inches. Okay, much better. So that's perfect. Right on 8 inches. Nice. I was going to say, I don't know if you can see that with the camera or not. Right at 8 inches. So... all right, I like it. Runs nice. I'm always a little sketched when I get a new tool and I run it for the first time. But the thing has a ton of power. I was pretty shocked with the way it went through that lumber. The way it ripped this lumber down is pretty impressive. Let's go to 7 inches. See if we can get this thing dialed in. Still just under 7 for some reason. Oh, yeah, that's the warp, because this side is at 7. This side is 7 inches, but this side is about a 64th down. So 6 and 63 64ths, or I'm sorry, 31 32nds. So it's like a 30 seconds because of this bend, because of this warp. Maybe if I cut it this way, let's do it against the warp. Let's take another inch off of her. So right there, that should be 6. In fact, let's measure, see where we're at here. It's my typical. So that is at 6 inches. we're going to do it this way. We're going to do it this time. We'll do it up against the, we'll do it with the warp down. See how she goes. Okay. Still 31-30 seconds on that side. Actually, maybe that's 30. Maybe it's 30 seconds off because I'm a 30. Now I'm at 5 and 30 seconds. So I may have to adjust my I may have to calibrate my little arrow here because it seems to be off by like 30 seconds. Let's try the OSB will give me a better reading, I think. Well, here, let's see how these are, because these should be at 1 inch. Oh, not even close. Almost taking more than 1 inch on that one. How about you? No, 3/4. Oh, of course, because I have to accommodate for the blade. I got the blade thickness that I took out too, so 1 inch is going to be less than 1/8 inch on the blade probably. So let's see. Where were we at on this? I think we were at 7 inches on this, or 8 inches actually. So we're going to add a 30 seconds and see if it, yeah, so we'll try this. Now we added a 30 seconds, so let's see if it's, yeah, that's it. I need to calibrate the arrow here. Now we're right on. Yeah, so I need to move this over about a 30 seconds of an inch. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. But that's it for you guys. So you saw the saw under load. We've done a handful of cuts here on that 12 amp hour battery. Maybe I'll do like a video where I just rip some lumber and see how much runtime I get out of this thing. But I mean, I want to get a base built for it first, get it on a lower platform so I'm more comfortable using it. I hate, because right here it's really hard for me to reach over the saw and grab it, so I want to get it lower so it's easier for me when I'm on my finished cut, when I get down behind the saw or get back behind it there. But yeah, so for now I like it. It's got plenty of power. It's just got the stock blade on there, which is I think a 24 tooth ripping blade. Let's see, let me bring it up. You can check it out. Yeah, it's just got a 24 tooth ripping blade on there. The downside, those 8 1/4 inch blades are pretty expensive. You know, if it was a 10 inch saw, that would be great, because the 10 inch blades are, you know, dime a dozen. Not really, but I mean, you know, for comparative sake, the 10 inch blades are way cheaper. That's, you know, the majority of blades are 10 inch. So, but the 8 1/4 is more of a specialty blade. But I don't think I'll be going through, you know, I've only gone through maybe 10 or 15 10 inch blades in the last like 10 years. So I can't imagine I'm going to go through too many. I'll probably get like a finished blade, 8 1/4 with like 40 teeth for doing more finish work, more for a universal blade that'll do ripping at a slower pace but give me a cleaner finish if I'm going to do any finish work. Like I said, I build furniture and stuff on the side kind of as a hobby, so that's what I'll be using this for mostly. And probably building a shed, you know, at my new house. I'll probably whip this thing out with my miter saw. But for now, that's it. Yeah, you got any questions, let me know. The GTS18V08 Pro Factor 8 1/4 inch cordless Bosch miter saw. Pretty nice. That is all. Peace.